like to say anything as well? Thank you so much. Would one of you like to say something?
She is the Child Welfare Board Vice President.
Perfect. Come on
Dr.
up.
Reynolds.
Dr. Reynolds, go ahead.
Good afternoon, everyone. On behalf of the Fort Bend County Child Welfare Board, it is my unmatched honor to express appreciation to Judge K.P. George and the Commissioners Court for the proclamation, but also to have a moment to just celebrate all who are on the front lines. We believe every child, every day. And as a board member, we constantly salute those who are on the ground, making sure that our children are safe, that our families are connected. And we cannot thank those who work for the Texas Department of Family and Protective Services, those who daily fight hard and they work from Maine to Fame. We cannot thank them enough for all that they do. It makes a difference. And to all of you who chose to be here at this moment, thank you, because we each get a set amount of time, and where we choose to spend it speaks volumes. Thank you, sir, and thank you, everyone.
Okay. Yeah, let's go to Military Appreciation Month. Oh, Olga, please come forward. Yeah.
Manager in earning a statewide FEMA level certifications to train and protect our community. And whereas his journey from immigrant youth to decorated U.S. military veteran and emergency management leader stands as a powerful dedication to both our country, our community, and commend your continued contribution.
Sure. Please don't. Please don't. They're shy. That's okay. It's okay to be shy.
This is my daughter, my wife, my brother-in-law. Come on. And my wife served in the Navy 20 years in the Navy.
Before I will ask Hydro to say something, I just wanted to say it is an honor and it's a blessing to have somebody like Hydro and his experience and his dedication. And when things happen, and especially in Office of Emergency Management, I directly oversee. And he come and take care of things in such a way I haven't seen anybody do that professionalism, because this is, and I give you one example. It is important to say this because last when Hurricane Beryl and so a lot of things happen behind the scene. Many people don't see it. We had a food distribution, and then it is going for a long period of time, and there are volunteers. They need food too, but they're on, they're spending a lot of hours there, and so for some reason, some technical issue happened. The money didn't get delivered to the food place or whatever. The food didn't come. And so then I looked around and asked where Hydro is, and he went somewhere, I don't know where, and paid money from his pocket and bought the food, because he understands these volunteers are also needed help, and they need to eat something so that they could continue serving. And that kind of a person, that's one example of many things Hydro is doing and serving our county right now. Hydro, please go.
I want to thank Commissioner Third, KP George, the honor of giving me the opportunity to work at the county judge, at the county in the Homeland Security was being a very good experience for me. Not only being home close to my house, but also providing for the community. My wife, who also served in the military 20 years and still being with me after 25 years of marriage, I don't know how she puts up with my craziness. We volunteer, and I believe that our nation cannot survive with volunteers. So I not only volunteer at my church, I volunteer at BFW, I volunteer with the military museum, and I want to encourage everybody because that somewhere you do, people need your help. Together we can make an effort. I have a strong leader that has been supporting me since the day I got into the office here at the county department. Anytime I ask for something, he always says, yes, whatever you need, we can get it done. And that's why I keep pushing myself to the next level. Come by the office, come visit us at the Homeland Security. We will love to have everybody there. Thank you, sir.
At this time, I will invite Samantha to come and start our Asian American
No, military appreciation.
Eh?
Military appreciation.
military appreciation. Yeah, please come on. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge. I'm very excited to honor this individual, and I would also be remiss if I did not also commend him. Mr. Thomas Lee is not only a veteran, but a local Fort Bend County business owner, helping our feline friends find forever homes. From the Office of the County Judge, whereas May is recognized across the United States as Military Appreciation Month, a time to honor the brave men and women who serve and have served in our armed forces, safeguarding our freedoms and protecting our way of life. And whereas we proudly recognize Thomas Lee, whose service exemplifies the highest standards of duty, courage, and commitment. Having served over 20 years in the military, including deployments across the Middle East in support of Operation Inherent Resolve, with assignments in Kuwait, Syria, and Jordan. And whereas, after active duty, Mr. Lee continued his service through the National Guard, contributing to our local and state communities through vital missions such as hurricane relief operations, the COVID-19 pandemic response, and border support missions. And whereas, Thomas Lee's ongoing dedication to both country and community exemplifies the value of duty, leadership, and resilience that define our military service members. Now, therefore be it resolved that KP George, Fort Bend County Judge of Fort Bend County, Texas, do hereby recognize on this 15th day of May 2025, Thomas Lee for his outstanding military and continued contributions during Military Appreciation Month.
Thank you. Thank you for this.
Smile, Tom. Let's see some teeth.
Judge, let's bring his daughter up. Judge, hold on.
Okay. Boy. Oh, hold on. Oh, that's cool. Oh, oh my God. Come here with the mic. Yeah.
I'm the brother-in-law.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, at this time, we will. Hmm? Oh, would you like to say something? You go ahead. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your service. Appreciate it. So at this time, I will invite Stephanie, where are you? Okay, come forward.
Hi everyone. I will be reading A proclamation for Miss Helen Kong for AANHPI Heritage Month. From the Office of the County Judge. Whereas Fort Bend County is a home to countless individuals who embody the spirit of resilience, compassion, and community service. And whereas Helen Kong, a proud small business owner and resident of Fort Bend County, began her American journey in 1983 as one of the boat people and arriving in this country with her brother, carrying little more than hope and a deep desire to build a better life. And whereas, driven by a promise made a decade later to give back if ever in a position to do so, Helen has spent the last 25 years living that vow through extraordinary acts of kindness and service. And whereas what started as a personal mission to cook and hand deliver meals to those in need has grown into a consistent monthly outreach effort, with Helen and her friends compassionately serving meals to our homeless neighbors in downtown Houston. And whereas Helen's devotion extends to supporting a local children's shelter where she provides food, clothing, and moments of joy to children and their mothers navigating life's most difficult challenges, ensuring that every child feels valued, seen, and loved. And whereas Fort Bend County proudly acknowledges the immense contributions of residents like Helen Kong, whose tireless dedication not only uplifts the lives of others, but strengthens the fabric of our entire community. Now therefore be it resolved that KP George, County Judge of Fort Bend County, Texas, do hereby recognize on this 15th day of May 2025, Helen Kong for her unwavering commitment to service, giving back to the community that welcomed her, and being a shining example of how compassion and perseverance can transform lives.
Yeah, thank you, please.
Hello, everyone. I'm so honored to be here. First, I would like to thank you to this country, America, that gave me an opportunity to be here for the last 40 years. Thank you, George. Thank you, sir. Thank you, the office. Thank you, everyone that have been helping me through, all the decades to help other people. Thank you, all my friends. Without you guys, I wouldn't be able to help anybody. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.
Of course, at this time, I will invite Victoria.
Hello, everybody. I will be reading for the chambers. The first one is going to be the Filipino American Chamber of Commerce of Greater Houston. Whereas May is nationally recognized as Asian American, Native Hawaiian, and Pacific Islander Heritage Month, a time to celebrate the achievements, cultures, and contributions of AANHPI community. And whereas the Filipino American Chamber of Commerce of Greater Houston has demonstrated outstanding service, vision, and commitment to promoting entrepreneurship, strengthening economic development, and advancing opportunities for the Filipino American and broader AANHPI community. And whereas FACCGH's work has gone beyond business by fostering cultural pride, empowering future generations of leaders and entrepreneurs, and building meaningful connections both locally and internationally. Whereas, through advocacy, collaboration, and unwavering dedication, FACCGH has become a beacon of empowerment, resilience, and unity. Now, therefore it be resolved, KP George, Fort Bend County Judge of Fort Bend County, Texas,
do hereby recognize on this 15th day of May 2025 Filipino American Chamber of Commerce of Greater Houston.
Sorry. Yeah, Mike. Sorry. We have our website.
Thank you.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the Filipino American Chamber of Commerce of Greater Houston and on behalf of the Phil American community in Houston and in Texas, I would like to thank you, Judge K.P. George, for this wonderful honor, and I also would like to thank everybody who's behind it. This is a distinct honor, and I really appreciate being in the same room of people with the same heart, serving the same community. When we started our chamber a few years back, we were only armed with one resolve, and that is to help build the community, not just Houston, but extend beyond the borders of Houston. And now we are bridging Houston with the Philippines and the rest of the world through our trade missions. We are with our chairman, Loloy Reyes, who is also our AANHPI representative in the Houston Mayor's Advisory Council. And our chamber rests on 4 pillars. We call it our ABCs. A, we advocate for entrepreneurs. We advocate for small businesses. And this does not only mean that we are advocating for Filipino businesses, but for all of us. Because our belief is that behind every business are employees. Behind every employee is a family. You have a wife, you have children. So our effect is multiplied. And in our case, among us Asians, we have very humble beginnings. So think about the business that we provide, because it trickles down to the smallest farmer and to the smallest fisherman, and therefore we build communities that way. B, we provide our members with benefits. So we encourage people to go into business. If you don't have the money, we will connect you. That's our C. We connect you with people, with resources, because we are all in this together. If one rises, everybody should rise with us. And then lastly, which is actually the anchor of everything that we do, the goal that we should always strive on. Because business is nothing if it does not help people in society. So we promote social entrepreneurship by serving. That is our S. That's why you see us all over the place. I am an educator by profession. I just retired. I served for 45 years. And aside from my academic, whatever, the one job that I really love is serving Houston's at-risk population. So these are my kids. And through the programs that I have initiated, these kids are able to go to college, they're able to improve their lives and other people's lives. So thank you so much for this. We were not expecting this, Judge, but we take this with all our heart and with deepest appreciation. Thank you.
Okay. please come forward.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'll be reading for the South Asian Chamber of Commerce. From the Office of the County Judge, Fort Bend County, Texas, proclamation. Whereas May is recognized nationally as Asian American, Native Hawaiian, and Pacific Islander AANHPI Heritage Month, a time to honor the rich cultural heritage, accomplishments, and contributions of AANHPI individuals and communities across the United States. And whereas the South Asian Chamber of Commerce, since its founding in 1993, has played a vital role in supporting and uplifting small businesses, entrepreneurs, and professionals of all backgrounds throughout the greater Houston region. And whereas, through its signature programs, including the Chai Exchange, State of the Economy forums, and mental health seminars, the Chamber has provided meaningful platforms for education, mentorship, and collaboration. And whereas, the Chamber has emerged as a powerful connector, facilitating access to resources, fostering relationships with decision makers, and helping launch and grow businesses that contribute to the economic vitality of our region. And whereas, the leadership and ongoing commitment of the South Asian Chamber of Commerce have enriched our civic and business communities, promoting inclusion, innovation, and opportunity for all. Now, therefore, be it resolved that KP George, Fort Bend County Judge of Fort Bend County, Texas, do hereby recognize on this 15th day of May 2025 the South Asian Chamber of Commerce for their dedication to making Fort Bend County a stronger, more inclusive, and more prosperous place for all.
All right, look at me. Nikki.
Hey, good morning, everybody. First, I want to say thank you to not only our Judge George, but also your staff and your team, specifically also your community engagement specialist, Hina. Hina has been a strong proponent and is a strong supporter for the South Asian Chamber now for years and years. So I want to thank you and your team for always being there for us. Just as a quick background, we've been around now for 32 years. As a lot of these chambers start, we've been focused a lot on just allowing for entrepreneurs and business people to get together and network, specifically from the South Asian descent, and to bring more of a spotlight and awareness to our South Asian community here in the Houston area. But over the years, it has expanded to now being just another organization that is encouraging entrepreneurship and business people alike all across the Houston area to come together. We have a lot of these amazing events that we host, not just for networking, but also now more focused on education and uplifting. And I will say we're very proud to announce that this is our first year that we've been able to host not only a mentorship program, but a scholarship program as well for many of our students here in the Houston area. So all that to say, we are very thankful to be here. It's not just me that's accepting this award, but our other 12 board members here that are serving this year, as well as the 30 plus years of board members and our founders who came together to put this together. So thank you, and thank you, Judge George.
Yeah, at the time I will invite, Danielle.
Good afternoon, hello. Today I will be honoring the Bangladeshi American Business Association. The Office of the County Judge, Fort Bend County, Texas, proclamation. Whereas the Asian American, Native Hawaiian and Pacific Islander AANHPI Heritage Month is a time to honor and celebrate the contributions of AANHPI individuals and organizations that enrich the cultural, civic, and economic fabric of our communities. And whereas the Bangladeshi American Business Association, BABA, was founded in 2023 in Houston, Texas, with a mission to empower Bangladeshi entrepreneurs and professionals through advocacy, collaboration, and community engagement. And whereas BABA has established itself as a dynamic organization composed of Bangladeshi business owners and professionals dedicated to promoting business development, networking opportunities, and exchange of ideas. And whereas the organization's commitment to advocating for the interests of Bangladeshi business owners in local government and creating spaces for visibility and influence exemplifies the spirit of leadership and inclusion that defines Fort Bend County. Now therefore be it resolved that KP George, Fort Bend County Judge of Fort Bend County, Texas, does hereby recognize on this 15th day of May, 2025, the Bangladeshi American Business Association, BABA, for their outstanding contributions and dedication to building a stronger, more connected, and prosperous community for all.
Thank you.
First of all, I'd like to thank everybody for being here and doing what you do, because like we've said before, it takes a lot of time to pick and choose where you spend your time and who you spend it with. One thing that, as a smaller part of the South Asian community, Bangladesh Americans have always felt like we're not as unified as we should be. And the only way we've seen success is by the extending of all the branches from other communities. So I want to thank every single one of you, everybody in Fort Bend County. Of course, Judge George has helped us over the several years since my dad was alive. You know, so I really want to take to heart how much it means to us to be a smaller community. And of course, I was born and raised in Houston. When we were here, when my parents moved here in the 70s, there were only about 10 to 15 Bangladesh American families. So going from there to now in the greater Houston area, about 12,000 Bengali Americans in the area, it means a lot for us to actually grow together. And the only way we grow is by helping each other out. We do that through activism, being politically involved, making sure that we're culturally aware as well, so we actually have an identity that we can bring to the table to make a more fruitful community here in Fort Bend. I went to high school in Fort Bend. I lived here most of my life. And Fort Bend will always be home. And without the leadership of you all, it has no chance of growing the way it does. And I really, really, from the bottom of my heart, think that we can always excel in business, and that's how we started coming together as a community. But it's about people. At the end of the day, money comes, money goes, but the relationships, those are priceless. And so thank you for that.
Yeah, can I please come?
Good afternoon, everyone. It is a great honor to read this proclamation today. I belong to the AANHPI community, so I'm honored to read this. And of course, I'm a part of the Pakistani community as well. And I would like to thank Judge KP George for recognizing the AANHPI Heritage Month. Thank you, Judge. So this is how it follows. Office of the County Judge, Fort Bend County, Texas, proclamation. Whereas Asian American, Native Hawaiian, and Pacific Islander AANHPI Heritage Month is a time to recognize and celebrate the countless contributions, diverse cultures, and rich histories of AANHPI communities across the United States. And whereas the Pakistani Association of Greater Houston, PAGH, established in 1987, has served as a cornerstone of the Pakistani American community in the Greater Houston area, promoting cultural awareness, providing humanitarian aid, and supporting educational and community initiatives. And whereas PAGH operates the Pakistani American Community Center, a viable hub for residents offering cultural programming, health services, religious observance, and community events that foster unity, understanding, and inclusion. And whereas PAGH has consistently demonstrated leadership and compassion through its charitable relief efforts, fundraising campaigns, and disaster response initiatives that extend support far beyond its community. And whereas the organization's unwavering dedication to celebrating heritage while uplifting others exemplifies the spirit of service and the shared values that strengthen Fort Bend County and our nation as a whole. Now, therefore, be it resolved that I, KP George, Fort Bend County Judge of Fort Bend County, Texas, do hereby recognize on this 15th day of May 2025 the Pakistan Association of Greater Houston for their outstanding contributions and dedication to building a stronger, more connected, and prosperous community for all. Thank you. I'd like to invite Mr. Narsi.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. So on behalf of the Pakistani American Association of Greater Houston and the entire Pakistan community, I want to offer my gratitude to County Judge KP George, to Hina, and all the staff for recognizing the work of Pakistan Association. As was mentioned, our association is several decades old. I've been a president only for 5 months. So I accept this recognition on behalf of the entire former leadership, the presidents, the board members, the community volunteers, who have spent countless hours in providing the services that the community needs. The beauty of America, as we all know as immigrants, is diversity and opportunity. And Fort Bend County is the most diverse county in the entire United States. It is also home to thousands of Pakistani origin Americans. And like all immigrants, the Pakistani community has worked hard and succeeded in entrepreneurship and other professions like doctors, nurses, and engineers, and IT professionals, and you name it. And it's been a very productive part of the Houston and the Fort Bend County community. And it's played its role in improving the quality of life of not only Pakistani Americans, but the broader community. And one of the most important contributions we were able to make at the time of Harvey and COVID, when the community was going through some very, very difficult times, Pakistan Association, the volunteers of the Pakistani community stepped up and provided the relief and other support that the community needed. Once again, I want to express my profound gratitude to the county administration for recognizing our work and our organization. Thank you very much.
So at this time, Hannah, come back. We wanted to present proclamation to child advocates.
All right, you guys get to hear me one more time. Okay, so we have her here now. So this is not for AA and HPI, this is for child advocacy. So we're going back to that. So this is for the Sante Foundation, Office of the County Judge, Fort Bend County, Texas, proclamation. Whereas Fort Bend County recognizes the importance of protecting, supporting, and uplifting children and families who face the devastating effects of bullying, domestic violence, and human trafficking. And whereas the Sante and Associates Foundation, founded by Dr. Robert Sante, a former pitcher for the Houston Astros and childhood polio survivor, and his wife, Dr. Rochelle Sante, a domestic violence survivor, was born out of personal struggle and fueled by a shared mission to serve vulnerable families with compassion and purpose. And whereas for over 2 decades, the Sante and Associates Foundation has been a beacon of hope, working tirelessly to empower families through advocacy, education, and outreach, championing the motto, loading bases and hitting home runs as they knock out adversity and help families find safety, healing, and new beginnings. And whereas the Foundation's previous work with the G.W. Wyatt Foundation laid the groundwork for their continued leadership in raising awareness about the dangers of bullying, abuse, and human trafficking, and their current efforts have expanded to build bridges of support through faith-based initiatives, community partnerships, and relentless advocacy. And whereas the Foundation's mission to save a family has led to collaborations with elected officials, activists, educators, and local leaders to bring about lasting change and to ensure that no family feels forgotten and no child faces danger alone. Now therefore be it resolved that I, KP George, Fort Bend County Judge of Fort Bend County, Texas, do hereby on this day of May 9th, 15th day of May 2025, the Sante and Associates Foundation for its unwavering commitment to child advocacy and private family protection. And we encourage all residents to join in support of efforts that bring healing, safety, and justice to families in need. I'd like to welcome Dr. Sante.
Good afternoon. I want to give all glory to God. First of all, I want to thank Judge K.P. George, who has been around us for a while and supporting us. I'm fighting back tears and I'm trying not to cry. This means a lot to me because I am a survivor of domestic violence. And this is why our foundation is based on domestic violence, human trafficking, and bullying. Right now, our foundation is working with the Harris County Sheriff's Department, helping women that are coming out of prison. There are many young girls that have been torn into a life that they didn't expect for themselves. So we have a program, it's the What About Me program, and we're teaching these women that because this is what they said does not mean this is who you have to be. I know. I know. I want to say this, that we could not make it if we were not working together as a team. Christine Archer is one of our dedicated, and I do mean dedicated, board members that has been with us for several years, and she's walked this walk with me. We help needy families. Every year we assist 300 families with Christmas dinner and toys. Every year we help over 500 children with shoes, backpacks, and school supplies. For a lot of grandparents are raising their grandchildren of incarcerated parents. So we reach out and we look. We don't just be there. We look for families that are really in need. And we make sure that when school starts, these children have school supplies, they have shoes, they have new uniforms, even if my husband and I have to go in our own pockets. And I'm gonna say this because my husband says this all the time. Twice I've gotten pink notices at home for the lights were about to be turned off. And he looked at me and he said, well, why are our lights about to go off? I said, because I helped so-and-so. But God would always come in on time and make sure the lights didn't go off. I want to say thank you again to Christina. I want to say thank you to KP George's staff for allowing us to be here. But more than anything, I want to tell you thank you for recognizing us, because sometimes if you feel like people don't see you, but God sees you. And long as God sees you, it's all right. Thank you.
First of all, it's an honor and privilege to serve a county like Fort Bend, and it is one of the most ethnically diverse, and we live in peace and harmony and prosperity, and hopefully we will continue that, and we respect each other and all that good stuff. And I just wanted to say your leadership, because a community is only comprised of people, the people who pick up and lead, and many people here and picking up and leading, and many times, especially the Asian American community and all I'm part of, many times we come here and absolutely take advantage of the opportunities we have, and then we go happily ever after. But there are some people recognizing it is beyond that, and it is beyond that, and you know what, this country give us that opportunity, so it is my time to give back and make it. There are so many people, sometimes people say everybody, we all know that wherever we came from, there is a need. We know that. And we help them too. But here in our backyard, there are people, maybe yesterday, last night, didn't have the lights on. And maybe they were about to get kicked out of their rental home, and there are people struggling, maybe lost their job, and a county of almost 958,000 people, and somebody is suffering somewhere, and there is no question about it. And so you are, as leaders, you picked up and said, you know what, I've been blessed. And many people have the story of coming to this country with, $10 in your pocket, $100 in your pocket. We hear that story all the time. And especially Asian American community, a lot of people could agree with that conversation. We all came here for a better opportunity. I wasn't rich, and when I go back to India, all the rich people, they're still there. They didn't pack up and leave, because the best place to do is live in a place where you're born and raised, and raise your family. That's the easiest thing to do. And so we all came here, and we all have a success story, and it's time for us to give back. And I appreciate you all, because you decided to give back and make that difference in people's life. And many this is only handful of people we are recognizing. I know personally a lot of organizations coming from Asian American background and beyond, helping this community. And I always say this, Fort Bend County is so blessed to have so many nonprofit organizations out there helping and supporting. And I personally was able to work with them very closely, especially during COVID, and also any kind of disaster happen, and in any kind of disaster, whether it is Hurricane Bell or other snowstorm Uri, anything at all. So that's when these people come forward and say that, okay, we are here to help, and what do we do? And we coordinate a lot of that. And so you are our heroes, really, and we are a government, county government. Government can do something, cannot do certain things. But a non-profit organization is a blessing to every community. And I tell you, and at whatever the level you're serving, and that you're making a difference in people's life every single day. God bless you all. God bless you for your big heart to give back. And I just keep praying, and we will do more. But one thing I will leave you with. I noticed this, and you could maybe notice from today, or maybe you already know it. The people who go out and do things for others with nothing in expectation, they are some of the happiest people I have seen. I always tell people, don't even argue with that. That is a fact. That is a fact. And so if you wanted to fulfill your whatever the journey, and we all do this, and I just wanted to say this, we raise our children, and we wanted to live in a house, and we wanted to do this and that and all that stuff. We wanted to do that as normal people. But above and beyond, the people who you all and are some of the happiest people when you walk around there smiling. And funny thing, and I many times I say this, I'm happy to share this. And I remember, meeting a volunteer at a hospital when I went there for a procedure, and that in America they won't let you go when you discharge you, right? They just put you on a wheelchair and take you to the car, and make sure you are in the car, and all that stuff. So this is 8 o'clock in the morning, all medical. I'm talking about Methodist Hospital right here, and all the medical employees and everybody is busy going around and doing their work. And this lady came to take me, downstairs and send it to my car, and she. At the time, I felt like she was one of the happiest person I saw around. And so I asked her jokingly, time out, why you're so happy? And she said, I'm so happy because I don't come here for a paycheck. And also she said, more importantly, they cannot fire me. And this is true story. This is true story. I didn't make it up. And I remember that all the time. The people who get out and do things, and they are the most fulfilled people. So you are, what I'm trying to say is that you are on a purpose. And also, we all come from a culture where we learned karma, right? Karma. Your action will not only benefit you, your children. And I heard what I've been taught 4 generations down, that benefit will come. So you're actually doing deposit for your children and grandchildren and great-grandchildren. God bless you all. And, have a wonderful day. Thank you for coming here. And this concludes the presentation. Thank you.